Yeah, feeling ready.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm Scoob. He's Ivy. Ivy, introduce yourself.
Hello, Internet. I am Ivy, and this is my partner Scoob. Not a loving partner, just co-host partner.
All right, starting off strong here. Anyway, we have a very exciting match to bring to you today. We have CCA Division 6. This is week 1. We have our very own PSU Nebula versus... Who are they playing? Ivy, who are they playing?
Why do you leave it up to me? Okay, they're playing PSU Nebula against New Paltz Blue Seahawks.
Okay, we have PSU Nebula versus Seahawks, yeah. Anyway, so Ivy, take me through this first match. We have Splat Zone's Umami Ruins. So what do you think each team is going to have to do to win here?
Okay, well, I can't say much for New Paltz, considering I've never been to New Paltz. I am part of PSU Blue, and I have grown quite acquainted with a lot of people here. What I would expect to see from PSU would probably be like a carbon roller from Youth, maybe an aerospray from Jolt. I mean, you and I both know he loves that aerospray.
Yeah, we know Joltz likes his aerospray. I think we may see a sort of slower comp from PSU Nebula. I know sometimes they like to play faster with Youth on that carbon roller, Jolt's on brush maybe. I know Hexatoons likes to play T-Tech, Soul likes to play NZAP, which all those are generally faster weapons, but they might opt for something that's a little more paint heavy, but just a bit slower in order to cap these two zones on this map.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those two zones can be really devastating because in some ways you kind of like split out. It's like spread out. But at the same time, that middle area can either be make or break, because even though like a lot of people want to get to the middle, but the problem is like it's pretty elevated. So I mean even though you're in control of the map, you want to have a much easier time hitting you as well.
This is true. Additionally, going back to comp discussions, if you have someone up and they're the only one left and they can't really paint the zone, you're kind of going to be in a bad spot. So I think we will see a slower but more paint-heavy comp come out of PSU Nebula. But you never know. It wouldn't be the first time they've surprised us.
You can say that again.
Yeah, as for the other team, obviously we're not familiar with them, so I guess we'll see what they do.
But either way, I'm all I'm hoping to see is a good fight from both teams.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a good match here.
So final prediction before the match to start. As I said, I think I would expect like an aerospray, a roller of some sort from PSU, but and also a dread ringer because I know for a fact Hexatoons does like this dread ringer. And especially because of the Reef Slider, like even though it got nerfed, it's still pretty good at painting zones, even with a bit of special power up.
Yeah, Reef Slider I still think is a good pick here, even though despite the two zones. But yeah, I think we might see Dreadringer. We may see Joltz either on Aerospray, like you said, but he also might bring out the brush here. Even though in theory brush doesn't paint very well, if you can get up onto mid with Octo Brush, it's very good at capping the two zones all by itself, just because of its area of effect.
Yeah, I also want to mention Splat Charger because and not like Firefin or like Zekofin or the camo, but like vanilla Splat Charger because Inkvac could be really devastating on this map because again those zones are small, which and if you have like a massive Inkvac, that can like really do a good job of stopping paint coverage.
That is true. We could say Ian on that Splat Charger. Even though I don't think Zones is Vac's best mode, it's still ultimately denying the other team from getting paint on the ground, which, like you say, can be devastating. So yeah, I think PSU Nebula has a lot of options to work with here. I think they need to just balance paint and retake specials, and they should be good.
Agreed.
Yeah, the other thing to worry about on this map specifically is getting locked out. This is a very lockout-heavy map. If that other team pushes you out of mid with a wipeout or even a delayed wipe, it's very hard to get back in.
And I received a 3 minute ago message from the host saying the room reset and we got a bit of time to talk. So
okay.
So I guess overall, if I were to ask, what do you think of this map list for the first week?
I think it's all right. There are a few interesting picks in there, I'd say, but overall, I like them. Umami Ruins Flat Zones is generally a balanced map, I'd say, even though it's a bit lockout heavy. Then we have Rainmaker Robo Ramen. That one I think is a bit of a goober pick because it's okay. I've been informed we have 10 seconds, so we have a very exciting match coming up. Get ready, folks. Here we go. Okay, let's see what comps we have for both teams. All right, on the side of... Okay, we have Forge. Yeah, I see Forge. We do see the Aerospray come out, not from Jolts, but from Ian. And we see Jolts on Ink Brush rather than Octobrush. And then on the other team, we have Dreadringer, Incline Tri-Stringer, Forge Pro, and Beedroids. So yeah, these are some interesting comps here, not what I was expecting. Unfortunately, we see Jolts go down pretty early, but we do see the Incline Tri-Stringer go down too. So even numbers here, Hexatunes goes down, but they only have the Forge Slaughter Shot left on the side of the other team here. Blue Seahawks does get a nice kill on Youth there, but he gets pushed out. And PSU Nebula has control of the zones. I mean, that was pretty chaotic there.
Yeah. We're 30 seconds in, and we've already seen like 5 people like go down in those 30 seconds. It's kind of just like a madhouse over here. Up and
oh no, calm error. We hate to see it.
The surprise of absolutely nobody.
Yeah, this is Splatoon Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
A Splatoon Wi-Fi moment.
Yeah.
I guess technical difficulties again.
Yeah, it looked like from what we saw on the stream, it looked like maybe their Tri-Stringer disconnected. Looked like he was just standing there. So
yeah,
I guess Seahawks dodge a bullet there with that disconnect coming in the first minute, so they don't have to play it out.
But still, just from what we saw from the weapon, it's quite an interesting selection.
Those were some interesting comps. I didn't expect Ink Brush, especially from Jolts.
Yeah,
especially along with the Carbon Roller too. They don't have great paint, although the Aerospray will make up for that a lot, and T-Tech has no problem getting out paint either.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like the Aerospray, I would have expected Jolt to play that, but Ian is not what I had in mind. So I can definitely say I got caught off guard with that.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested about that Ink Brush because I know because Ink Brush is a very fast weapon. That's like saying a fork found in kitchen, But the main thing is how will that affect the zones play? Especially since those zones can be covered really quickly and making an Ink Brush sharking not exactly as effective as let's say Clam Blitz or something.
Yeah, I think Nebula needs to prioritize keeping their T-Tech and Aerospray alive to paint those zones, and then have their more aggressive Carbon Roller and Ink Brush up front, trying to keep the other team out of the zone. Because if those two shooters go down, they really do not have good paint. It's two sharking weapons that like to hide. So yeah, they need to prioritize keeping their shooters alive.
And we got a message saying it was a confirmed room DC and it'll be a replay. It was not the internet of the host though. It was cracking man, considering he is streaming this. Hello everybody again. But yeah, again. It's very interesting to see the comp so far.
Yeah, I thought Seahawks comp was also pretty interesting. We saw the Forge Pro coming out. Obviously, Booyah Bomb is a very very powerful special weapon in Splat Zones. So I think that's an interesting pick, but not a bad pick nonetheless. We also see Incline Tri-Stringer come out that has Inkjet, which can be used to paint the zone. And Tri-Stringer is pretty decent at painting. And I think what it excels at much better is putting down pressure on mid, especially. So it looks like the match is going to start back up here. So hopefully we'll actually get to see a match now.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see again what these teams will do with these weapon loadouts. And as for DC rules, each team has to play the same weapons again.
Yep, so we see the same comps coming out here because them's the rules. All right, let's see if we get a repeat of that chaotic start from last time. Looks like Nebula's going up the left. Youth is on the left here, fighting off, looks like 3 of Seahawks. Ooh, we do see a recently come out from Ian there, getting one on the side of Seahawks. And it looks like they're being pushed back here by Youth's Carbon Roller. We see the Jet come out, trying to paint zone with that. It's facing some pressure, it looks like, but they take out, looks like that's Ian on the Aerospray. And now Youth is being pushed back in the middle here. Yeah, it does definitely lead here, but it is by no means concrete. Youth get that nice flare, and man, that was disgusting.
All right, pop off Youth. He has Raizuka ready. He's not popping yet, though.
He does have control of the zone here. We see Hexa get a nice pick on their Dreadringer, but he does go down to their Forge. Forge almost has a Booyah already. Here it comes.
Speaking of the Booyah, he'll up here.
He does get one with the Booyah, but he goes under the Reef Slider. Ian is brutal with these Reef Sliders. We have the Whales coming out from Jolts, trying to keep them at bay. PSU continuing to widen their lead here.
Yeah. PSU is already down 50%, and as we see from New Paltz, they're trying a lot. They're trying a lot of things like get back in the zone, but the Reef Slider coming up from
another Reef Slider picks up 4.
PSU is just putting in that pressure. They're just not letting up.
Yeah, Seahawks are struggling to get in here. We see a Crab come out, does get Ian. Looks like Jolts also goes down to the Crab. PSU is facing numbers down here. Looks like they might have to push back, and it looks like Seahawks will take control of the zone. We see a Booyah Bomb coming out too to help with that.
It's a slow push, down. But they finally got the zone, and this time it seems like Seahawks are doing the same to them, with Ian popping out the Reef Slider and still finding 2 at the same time.
Yeah, PSU already numbers down though. It looks like only Youth was up there for a second. Seahawks being very aggressive in their base here, trying to keep PSU at bay. They are in a heavy hole here to climb up from, so I do think this is the right play, being aggressive here.
Yeah,
we see the Specs come out, but they don't really do much to paint the zone, unfortunately. We see the Dreadringer go down. Ooh, it looks like PSU has an opening here. They get the Tri-Stringer. Jumps coming in on the Tri-Stringer. Jolts does pick them off. We have more jumps coming in. These dualies facing heavy pressure. They go down, and PSU has control of the zone again.
It's just a constant back and forth for both teams, but PSU like still holding on to that lead and trying their best not to let up. Just getting tagged and forced to retreat. And use the top is just really, you can just tell it's like really frustrating for Seahawks to like try and get back in with everything coming at them from every single side.
Yeah, that was a very good counter push by PSU to get back in, but they are numbers down again. It is only Jolts and Hexatoons. Looks like they, oh no. Yeah, they lose control. Oh, but Trigger gets sharked out by Youth. Youth does go down. PSU are still numbers down. Ian likes to jump out, probably a smart decision there. And Seahawks does have pretty good control of mid here. PSU is going to need another one of those good plays to get back in here. I would expect to see that. Here comes the Reef Slider. It does get punished.
Yeah.
Here comes the Whales and the Strikes. They will probably try to push in with these. This lead is ticking down pretty fast, so PSU needs to get in here, or they might lose the lead.
Yeah, and there's still 1 minute left, so there's not a lot of time for them to do anything. But
ooh, nice pick from Ian on the Jet there, and he captures his own. Unfortunately, they lose the lead though.
Ian reset the pink bobble right there, barely. I mean, well, but it also seems like Jules is playing a bit too much far forward and gets picked off immediately.
Yeah, I don't think Jules realized the rest of his team was down there, and unfortunately, Blue Seahawks are going to have a very easy retake here.
Ooh, but the splat bomb there. I look in the middle, trying to do something to like retake the zone, but the ink jet is on them.
Yeah, this jet is just too much pressure for Hexatoons.
Ooh, that ink jet was pretty brutal for Hexatoons, and there's only 17 seconds left on the clock. I mean, PSU is just trying their best to like come back.
Oh, but he does go down. Youth desperately trying to paint this zone here. Unfortunately, he has a terrible painting weapon. Okay, PSU does take control of zone, and they have control of mid here. Youth with the Zuka coming out, trying to get some picks. He does get one. He does the, I don't even know, I think the Dreadringer. PSU gets wiped.
But they get wiped out, and that might be the first game.
That was close. I mean, what happened?
A lot happened. I can't say everything because I'd probably be here all day, but again, we asked for a good fight, and we definitely got a good fight.
Yes, we did certainly get a very good fight. It looked like PSU had pretty good control over the game there. It looked like they were going to run away with it, but once Seahawks were able to set up in mid, they were just brutal holding them back, especially with that tri-stringer holding down so much space, while the rest of the team was very aggressive in the base of PSU.
Yeah, but also this though, the resliders from Ian were definitely doing a lot of good work for a lot of good work for the team. It's just a shame that alone can't save him.
Yes, Ian's resliders were very good at getting PSU back in there. It looked like it saved them at least twice there, but unfortunately, a single reslider without the rest of the team isn't going to do much. Yeah, PSU didn't have great retake specials there. They had strikes, whales, reslider, and what else? Zuka, which aren't great for retaking zones all by themselves.
Yeah, because like individually they're all pretty good specials, but like in a mode like Splat Zones, where you want to create an opening as fast as you can, those specials like really don't work in tandem with each other the greatest.
Yeah, I think PSU maybe should have ran a little more paint there. I think having two sharking weapons that don't paint well, like Carbon and Ink Brush, might have been a bit of a mistake. So we'll see what roster changes they make.
Pretty cool to see, because especially after those buffs, the Dynamo has been able to like paint a lot better.
Yeah, I think Dynamo could have worked there. A Dynamo in mid after the buff on this match is very hard to lodge out.
Yeah, because again, the paint got buffed, and the damage areas got buffed. It's just. I think I don't want to speak on behalf of youth, but I do know that he likes to play rollers. So if I do think like a Dynamo roller like we both said, it could have been a better idea especially since it seems like the Inkzukas weren't exactly like putting up that much pressure on the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not sure, also just didn't get that many Trizukas just because Carbon does not naturally paint very well.
Yeah, because like the most paint Carbon and Deco has are like the burst bombs, which are good, but again, if you want to like paint well, in these circumstances, Dynamo would be a better idea.
Yeah, the next match is on Rainmaker Robo Ramen, so we will see what changes both teams make. I think teams will probably go for quicker comps here, because this is a very snowballing map. After that first checkpoint, it is all downhill up until the final checkpoint. So I think fast comps are very good here. So we may see that Ink Brush and Carbon combo come out again from PSU Nebula.
Yeah, if I were to say one thing, I would definitely not be surprised if I saw an ink vac, because like ink vac can do a lot of work for.
Yes, because of the choke points on this map, ink vac is invaluable. It is very good at just disrupting an entire defense. It's also good on defense too, because the other team can't really advance into an ink vac because they can't fight back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point of like Inkback being like a more supportive special, but at the same time, you can't forget about that cannon at the end, just like shooting it any direction you want to, and doing like a load of damage to anything in it.
Yeah, the Rainmaker by its nature is very slow, so that vac shot can be pretty brutal if it has a good charge on it. It can be very hard to escape the large radius if they know what they're doing.
Yeah, so if I were to expect a weapon to be seen again, maybe flash charger for like the ink vac, but at the same time, I would also expect like a killer whale, because again, the Rainmaker like moves a lot slower when being carried, so and which does really well with a killer whale, because again, killer whales prefer targets that don't move as quickly. What do you think?
Yeah, whales are very good for targeting the Rainmaker, especially if they're in a bad spot. As for the side of Blue Seahawks here, I think we will definitely see that Tri-Stringer come out again, because even though it's not like Wellstring, Tri-Stringer still has crazy object damage to pop that Rainmaker shield. So I'd be very surprised if we don't see it come out here to help with that Rainmaker pop.
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree because even if it's not like the base stringer with the one with the killer whale, I still think the new one with the jet can also still do a lot of work because again, like you said, those lockout zones on the elbows of the map, they're all like pretty much in dart area.
Yeah, I think Trice Trigger here will be very good at holding down those choke points. I do expect to see some faster weapons though from Blue Seahawks too. I don't think they ran a pretty slow comp last time. They had Forged Splattershot Pro. Obviously, they had Trice Trigger. They had Dreadringer, and what was their fourth weapon?
It was Dread, Ringer. But now I don't remember actually.
Yeah, well, overall, pretty slow comp, which, again, on a snowbally map like this, I don't know if that'll work out as well for them. So, we may see some faster weapons come out, but obviously, I have no idea what these people play, so they can do what they want.
Again, like I said, all I'm hoping to see is a good fight for both teams.
Yeah, that was a very close match last time, so I'm sure it'll come down to the wire once again here.
I hope so, because I was on the edge of my seat on some of those events.
Yeah, we saw very good fights from both teams there. I love a good close matchup like that.
So final predictions. What do we think?
Comp wise, I do think we will see that Ink Rush and Carbon combo again from Nebula. We might see Splat Charger come out on Ian for that Ink Fact, like you mentioned. And then I think Hexatoons will stick with his 10 attack splatter shot just for a generalist role on their team. He seems to trust himself most with it too.
Yeah, and like we said earlier about Carbon Roller, because the Carbon Roller doesn't exactly paint that well, but what it does do really well is just like finding picks while sharking. And Robo Ramen, even though it's two main zones, like the higher in the low area, it can actually be pretty good at sharking in most instances.
Because unlike 90% of the horrible maps in this game, Robo Ramen actually has opportunities to flank. So therefore, Carbon Roller can eat people up if you let it go unchecked.
Yeah, especially with the Trizuka and Burst Bomb combo, just like that can provide a lot of support for PSU.
Yep. I think another comp we could see from PSU Nebula is maybe bring out Hedit here, either the Crad Hedit, affectionately known as Credit, or the Cooler Hedit. I think Hedit is a very good weapon on this map specifically, and it could kind of help with defense here, especially if they pop that Crab Hedit. Crab on these choke points here is just brutal.
Oh yeah, because like fast fire rate, great damage. It does a lot in a few seconds.
Yeah, I know Youth likes to run both of those Hedits, so we'll see. You might bust it out.
Yeah, and again, I am also like very interested in seeing what Seahawks will run because again, those comps were not exactly like usual comps, but they made it work, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah, these lower divisions are always fun to watch because you really never know what weapon is going to come out.
Yeah, I remember we were in lower division last semester.
Yeah, we got away with a lot of stuff we shouldn't have. Anyway, it seems like the match is finally starting. So we have another very exciting match coming to you. Here we go. All right, let's see what's out here. We see Ballpoint and Wellstring on the side of Seahawks. We do see the Carbon Ink Rush combo, and we see Forged Splattershot Pro. This is not the comp I was expecting from PSU here.
Yeah, not at all. Because the Wellstring doesn't make a lot of sense because it has some like the best object damage in the game, especially
yeah, Wellstring is a brain dead pick here. That's going to be very hard for PSU to get popped.
Because again, you still have to aim with it, but here the Seahawks are already putting in effort.
Oh my God! Schultz violated them with the flank, and he's going to get a free checkpoint here. Wow, there we see it. Those flanks coming into play on this map.
What a way to
going on a tear in their base too. If PSU can keep their momentum here, they might get a knockout. We see the Zuka coming out from Youth, but he does get stabbed from behind, and PSU is numbers down. It's just that Forge Pro, and they're gonna elect to back up.
In the span of 1 minute, we've already seen essentially like 2 wipeout flanks from both teams.
Yeah, that was a great start by PSU, and the Rainmaker goes down to it looks like a suction bomb or a splat bomb. Exit 2 is barely alive here. He does get caught in those suction cups, and it looks like we see the reset come out. Rainmaker does survive, so does the Wellstring. And they lose the Maker. Pretty close to checkpoint here. I think Seahawks still has momentum. This Blaster putting up a lot of pressure on PSU's choke point. Looks like that Stamp is going to help them get checkpoint here. PSU still has an uncomfortable lead here. If they can retake their shoulder, I think they can defend this. They do get the pop, so they have some turf now. We see the Reslider come out from behind.
Ooh.
We see the Wellstring get a nasty pick from... Ooh, the Wellstring is aura farming, but he does go down to his pop bomb. PSU elects to grab the Rainmaker here. I think that's actually a good decision. Can put down some pressure and prevent them from grabbing.
Yeah.
He's electing to stay back and blast them. He does get one. Looks like this is coming up from the right to try and put him down. He does put him down like a dog.
Okay, a little bit too far with that one, but yeah, that inkjet was just like doing really good at putting pressure on them.
You see the sword here trying to be a sneaky little sneakster. Oh, they got the wipeout. Oh no!
For PSU Nebula, Seahawks just can just like run forward with this now.
They do get the lead, but they do almost all go down. It's just that Wellstring running away. Good idea. Youth's looking like he might go hunt him down. They do have jumps coming in. Youth's going to elect to camp this jump. And he gets the kill. PSU does have the Rainmaker again. They're pretty far back, looking to just waiting to make a push. Probably going to paint for specials here. Looks like Carbon has their Zuka online. And Zuka goes down though. We do see the Reslider coming out in mid. Doesn't get anyone. Ian is heavily punished. Looks like it's just a Rainmaker here.
And NOC, they're just popping their specials, like trying to put stop his Rainmaker, and they definitely do. But it just seems like PSU Nebula are just like getting essentially locked out from their own base.
Yeah, like I said before, these checkpoints are brutal. Whoever holds them is probably going to win the game. We do see the Rainmaker go down here too. It looks like a stray bomb.
It's just back and forth. Everyone's on edge, just trying to kill each other as fast as they can, but just like get the Rainmaker forward. But no one's able to Seahawks are making them move faster than PSU can.
Oh, yeah, this is still anyone's game though. PSU moving up here. We see the Reslider come out, and they get the lead. Wow, great push from PSU to get the lead there. Not by much. Oh, but they do get wiped out. If Seahawks move fast enough here, they might get another push going. There is only a minute left in this match, though, so it's now or never for both teams here.
But you think about overtime.
We see the crab up in mid, trying to put pressure out for this Rainmaker to move in. PSU electing to stay back, smart here. They don't want to give up anything. Looks like Jolt might be sneaking around for a pick on that Rainmaker, but he does fall back a bit. We see the whales coming out, putting pressure.
Popping out to stop them. Is even doing chip damage, but if I click on the
oh no, PSU gets wiped out. Oh,
this is a really bad position for them, and they lost the lead.
They do get lead. Still 30 seconds though, and with the nature of this map, PSU can still come back here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Blue Seahawks, their numbers down too. It's just that Jet, but they do go down. So yeah, they're all reset now in their base. PSU has to make a push here. It's Jover. Zuka gets a nice pick there. That Wellstring in a very
watch out for that Wellstring though. That Wellstring laying fire from above, and
Schultz gets sniped by a hammer, and that's probably going to be it. Yeah. Wow, that was another back and forth match. Oh my god.
It really is. These teams have one specialty, and they love just going back and forth with the lead.
Yeah, this is a very balanced matchup, it seems.
But I will say this though, for the Seahawks, their pressure game looks really good because again, what we saw from them is just like once they have the lead and once they can put up the pressure, it's really hard for PSU to come back from it.
Yeah, aside from that late lead change at the end where they got that nice push, yeah, I think you're right. The Seahawks pressure here is very brutal, especially with the weapons they're running. Wellstring, you essentially can't move if you're within its range. They had that ballpoint putting out a lot of inkjets too. We did see inkjet get used very efficiently on this map. So yeah, I think PSU Nebula here really has to focus on just not allowing them to set up like that because they're really getting locked out hard by all the pressure they're putting down.
Yeah, it really felt like each member from the Seahawks had a goal, and they all like stuck to it, and they accomplished it. Because the blaster, great, it did a really good job of like putting AOE pressure, especially with like those splashdowns and point sensors, and those point sensors essentially because from what I saw, Youth and Joel's were like both sharking quite a lot, and those points just shut them down instantly.
Yeah, that custom blaster kit especially was really putting in work on this map. Like you said, those point sensors were really preventing Jolts and Youths from trying to shark like they wanted to. Aside from that early pick that Jolts got to really open up the game, they really didn't have much success sharking otherwise. And like you said too, those triple splashdowns are really good at breaking PSU's choke point there. And obviously Blaster is very good at putting down AoE pressure. So yeah, overall, just a very brutal comp for PSU to go into.
Yeah, but at the same time, again, both teams are doing really well from what I see. Because what I see, if both teams are like able to take each other like so close to winning into overtime, then that means that they're both putting up a great fight for each other.
Yeah, these are anyone's games here, these first two. I mean, it's the difference between one mistake just making a difference. Anyway, the next match is going to be on Tower Control Museum. We've seen some things on this map, Ivy.
I have definitely seen some things. If I were to expect one thing, it would definitely be a bubbler. The bubbler on
we might see Soul
really
busting out on his V-roller. Have we seen Soul come out yet from Nebula's side?
Okay. Two things. One, I'm pretty sure Soul is for fish, which already had their team.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I'm tweaking.
I'm tweaking. Fish is 7, and 2. And we just got news from Kraken Mayor. Apparently, we lost a PSU person, so we'll have to chat longer for longer again. Just like we'll have the past 2 matches.
Yeah, I won via Splatoon match without disconnects, technical difficulties, and overall frustration.
Again, the Splatoon 3 experience.
Yeah, but we love it.
But in the meantime, like I keep saying, what do we expect to see from these team comps for this map?
I think a bubbler would be wise here, like you said. Obviously, putting it up on that tower is essentially free points. I don't know if anybody on PSU Nebula really runs a bubbler weapon, though. So maybe they'll elect for something like Inkvac from Splat Charger.
Or Booyah Bomb, because...
Okay, let's see. We see pretty similar comp out from Blue Seahawks, and we see something a little different from PSU here.
And just like we said, quite a change in team comp because PSU looking to run a cool ends up cooler instead of I said the aerospray again.
Yeah, I think cooler is a wise decision here considering PSU's running a bit more aggressive weapons that go down a lot, so cooler can help them get back in the fight a lot easier. Anyway, we do see
the Tenta missiles. It seems like Joel Thomas is kind of running into the backline and just like causing a distraction for the bow. It seems like.
Yeah, we do see Seahawks are on the tower here, getting some points. They are at the checkpoint. Joel gets a nice kill with a suction bomb there. We see a Booyah bomb come out from Seahawks. Ooh, Jolt cancels a stamper. Jolt gets another Jolt on a tear right now. Gets another after he pops missiles, and it looks like Seahawks are mostly down there. Just getting another, but he gets blasted. That being said, though, they did clear most of Seahawks out of mid, so they have a chance to push here.
Yeah,
Paltz popping Gazuka on the tower doesn't get anyone, but puts some pressure down.
Yeah, along with that, did you see Seahawks broke through the first checkpoint, so the match is like really in their favor right now.
Yeah, you see this blaster get a pick on Jolts. Another pick on a jump coming in. And he gets splashed.
Also splashed out instantly to count the carbon.
Yeah, Blue Seahawks doing a very good job of holding mid here. They have very good weapons that are good at holding space.
Yeah,
this blaster just sitting under their ledge, brutal. Yeah, just getting tons of picks there.
Yeah, Blaster with Aura is one of the worst things you can see in this game because literally like everything about them is just buff and it feels like
Blaster just get bombed though.
And I say
a nice pick on the tower. We got bomb coming out. That's gonna get some more points. The Stamper is low, electing to fall back and get jumps in. Looks like this push is mostly Jover.
Yeah, it's still a very good push by Seahawks though. It just like it feels like they're like very aware of like when to like back up and when to like push forward.
Yeah, they took a pretty commanding lead there. It's going to be tough for PSU to get back in, especially with this Blaster. Blaster's very good at keeping teams off the towers just because of the nature of its AoE attacks. Yeah, Blue is just kind of running over PSU right now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and we see the Splatoon has Aura and just probably the Booyah Bomb to keep PSU black. PSU black. No, what? Oops. Sorry about that.
Nebula. And it looks like Seahawks are going to take a knockout here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot more dominating than the last two matches we've seen. What do you think happened there, Ivy?
Well, like I said, even though Jules went on a tear in the first few minutes, PSU Seahawks, I mean, not PSU Seahawks, New Paltz, the Blue Seahawks, we're just able to just get that first checkpoint and like I said, just essentially flip the game. And there's still massive props to that Blaster. That Blaster was doing an amazing job just like pressuring PSU.
Yeah, that Blaster is tearing them up, man. But yeah, I think PSU looked a little bit disorganized on this map. They got a lot of picks in mid there and had pretty good control over the map, but they just kind of didn't push the tower. We saw he used to get on it briefly to pop that Zuka, but then he just fell off and it kind of fell apart from there.
Yeah, it does seem like PSU like are able to get the picks, but the biggest problem is like they don't know like how to capitalize from those picks.
Yeah, I think they need to focus on the objective a little more in that match, because Seahawks were just kind of able to run away with it there.
Yeah, but if that Stamper, I do want to like mention that Stamper as well.
Yeah, their Stamper was doing very good, cycling those Booyah Bombs to just keep that push alive, get jumps in for his team. Very wise gameplay, we see.
Very wide, but also very fast gameplay. And we're going to our next map, crab leg clams.
This is another one of those goober maps. Don't love crab leg clams, but them's the rules, I guess. I think this map can be a bit tough to get a push going, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, especially since like crab leg has a lot of grates, and Blasters loves to shoot and go through those grates.
Yeah, if we see this Blaster again from Seahawks, it might be tough for PSU to get in here with all these grates on this map.
Yeah, but yeah, it just like feels like that Blaster is gonna have a field day with this one, because essentially they can like shoot anywhere and they're almost likely to get a hit on someone, or even if they don't kill, it's just like good information to know that someone is there where you're shooting.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of great flank opportunities on this map either, so Blaster could be pretty dominant just holding down mid there and not really letting anyone through.
Agreed, and also Stamper as well, because those ledges can be really good for Stamper, because those vertical flick can just go really far and do some really good damage for Seahawks.
This is true. So excuse me, sorry. PSU is on the. That was disgusting. PSU is on the ropes here. This is a best of 7 set. They will play all 7 because that's how CCA works. But what do you think they're going to do here to try and win?
If I were to expect, I'd probably expect.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Here we go.
Okay, quick prediction. Columbus brush cheese.
Brush cheese might come out. We know Jolt's like his brush cheese. Okay, we see V-Roller come out. We do see the Jolt's brush cheese.
Oh, and Dynamo as well.
We see Hexa bring out the Dreadringer too. And yeah, Youth is finally on that Dynamo. I think that'll do good work here. We just see the absence of that blaster, so it might be easier for PSU to get something going here. Jolt's getting up on these grates. Shockwave Rush can put in some work up there. Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on this Dreadringer here. Doesn't get a pick though. We do see V-Rollers down on the side of Seahawks. Reefslider gets a nice pick there.
And
PSU has heavy numbers here. It's just a roller.
PSU up 3 and they're trying to come out.
Oh my god! Hexatunes gets a wipeout with the suction bomb. All they need is clams here and they can score. And it looks like they're trying to build one now. Joltz goes down in his zip caster, unfortunately. Oh, and it looks like the push. Oh, they do get a climb in somehow. It's just Youth on his Dynamo roller, electing to fall back. Good idea. There was a nice push there.
Yeah, there were just enough room. There were just enough like just like pain like going everywhere to protect the ball carrier. But obviously even though they got 20, even though PSU got 20 points, it's still just back and forth in mid, just like trying to like take control of it, and no one able to use the grades, even though there's like again there's no blast up there, but like everything can hit you in this map in a way.
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of chaos there that prevented Seahawks from defending that push there. But only 20 points for PSU out of that, so they do need to be careful. They are numbers down here. It's just Youth on that Dynamo to hold the line. They do have a ball and clams. Youth does kill the ball carrier, though, and he's putting down a lot of pressure. But we see a bubble come up on the ramp.
Dynamo doing Dynamo things.
Yeah, this is a very dominant position. The roller goes down, and it looks like PSU are kind of cleaning up here, pushing them out. That was some good defense from Youth there, all alone. Reminds me of someone I know. Me.
I wonder who.
But anyway, we see PSU taking up position here in mid. Ian does build a ball. He is docked. Youth holding mid down with that Dynamo roller.
But obviously, Ian has the Reefslider, trying to find a good time to use it. And we see Youth popping the coolers and just helping the team get support in case they do go down. And just like that, 1 or 2 already go down.
It's numbers even here. Looks like both teams are just gonna elect to do their own thing there.
Yeah, seems like the Seahawks are all like bunched up in that area.
Oh, Ian go down to a booyah bomb there.
Yeah, Ian just literally walking into the booyah bomb like he didn't see it coming.
Oh, you see a Reefslider coming out. That gets 1. It gets 2. Hexatunes is brutal with this Dreadringer. He gets 3. Oh my lordy lord. And they get the wipeout. PSU has a ball too. They might get it pushed here. Although gold or not gold. Blue Seahawks are already back, so they might prevent it. Yeah, looks like the roller does go down there.
Yeah, I think Youth went a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, might have got a little overzealous there, but not a bad idea. We do see Hexatunes not get punished for his Reefslider. Hexatunes gets a pick in their base. Yeah, unfortunately, PSU's ball does die, but they're still holding the ramp here pretty effectively, putting a lot of pressure on Blue Seahawks here. You see a Reefslider come out, that does get 1.
It all coming out of the Dreadringer. The Dreadringer putting up the defense of every single ounce of their blood, sweat, and tears. And even though they do go down, they buy just enough time for the Seahawks to start getting back in formation.
They might be brutal suction bomb from Hexatunes there. I think that just saved their push because they were going to jump right in there with that Booyah bomb, and there was going to be nothing they could do about it. Ian does get the ball carrier. PSU, they're bended but not breaking here. You're able to get a kill on that guy.
Dynamo shutting down that ball point. There's only 1 minute left, and there's only been 1 ball scored for PSU.
Yeah, there's only a minute left, and PSU is holding out pretty well here. They are going to be caffeinated, so they will be back fast if any of them go down. Ball carrier gets annihilated there. Hexatunes is on a tear this game.
PSU doing everything they can to stop Seahawks from getting that ball, and
they do revive it, but it does just
as the ball goes down, there's a new ball in the field.
Oh no, the Booyah Bomb! They're gonna rush in with this. Oh my god, but
it's a back and forth. No matter where you put it, no one's able to move.
But Bubble can't do anything though.
But Bubble on ramp is so brutal for PSU because now they just like start walking forward.
And PSU gets a wipeout
PSU and on the
Seahawks. Probably gonna be the game. What's that ball, guys? They got nothing.
And this is their moment. They have an opportunity right here, and just that, it is PSU takes the game.
Yeah, that was a great game from PSU to save their asses. They were on the ropes. They were down 3-1, but they said, "I didn't hear no bell," and they defended like their life depended on it. Wow. What do you think went right from their perspective, Ivy? What did they do different this time, other than Hexatude's going on an absolute tear?
Yeah, I mean that's a big step from Hexatude, but what I think happened, and I feel like the reason like why PSU was like able to like do much better that game is I guess like more the format, because hear me out. I think it just like felt pretty like good for them, because like as we see, there was like wipeout for both teams back and forth. But I think the reason why PSU was able to capitalize that off of it is because like they just had like more like map control, because the roller was like pretty good at creating space, especially with that bubbler on the ramp. But that dynamo and like speed of the speed of the tools they had, it was faster than Seahawks could react to in time.
Yeah, I think their more defensive comp definitely helped them out a lot too. We saw Dynamo Roller was able to hold them off that ramp very well. Obviously, Dreadringer putting in a ton of work on this map. And I think that was a wise decision, considering how it can already be pretty difficult to get a push going in on this map.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this though. I'm really surprised I didn't see any any brush cheese. I'm just like grab power clams, flake them, and just score, and then just like be a nuisance.
Yeah, I mean PSU was on their toes there for like pretty much the entire last half of the game, just having a nonstop, constantly defend. So I think that's why we didn't see Jolts try and do something cheeky like that. But yeah, either way, good game from both teams here. That was still very close. That was literally a one-score game.
Yeah, especially in the last few seconds of just the ball, of like the roller like carrying the ball and with the bubbler on there, it was really close for PSU, but they were able to like pull through at the end.
Yeah, PSU did a very good job there of keeping that roller out of their base, even though bubbler on that ramp there is still a very hard position to get them out of. As long as it's not directly into your basket, they can't throw that clem in safely. So I think they did a very good job keeping the pressure up on that ramp and just making sure Seahawks could knock it in there.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to our next map, which is Splatoon's Urchin.
Okay, an actual map I like. I think we are going to see lots of Reef Slider cheese here. Even though they nerfed it, it is still very much alive and well on this map.
Yeah, that zone is like especially small. It's like the zone of the Mommy Ruins, but just like only one. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, I think we'll see a lot of cheese here. Probably lots of Reef Slider. We'll probably see both Dreadringers come out again. Maybe Booyah Bomb, Price Strike, stuff like that.
Oh, definitely Booyah Bomb.
But yeah. Yeah, I think PSU should honestly stick with their comp they ran last game. I think that Dreadringer and Dynamo combo really worked out well for them.
All right, and I'm receiving word that Spicy is like going out, is swapping out for Fading. I really so who knows what that means for Seahawks?
Yeah, I didn't know switches are in the equation here, so we'll see how that goes for them.
I will say this though, that I feel like that Dynamo was really good for PSU, and I feel like in like most cases it's gonna be a good weapon to run here, because again, Dynamo buff and just paint just like do a lot better painting. It'll probably paint this zone really well, even with or without the coolers.
Yeah, I think Dynamo will be a good pick here, and it was a good pick on that map. Additionally, we got to shout out Hexatunes. He was just on a tear last game.
Oh, definitely. I feel like it feels like a lot of people are on a tear. Just like again, Wipeout's back and forth, but now we're going to Splatoon's Urchin.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what comes out here. We do see the Reef Slider on that Dreadringer coming out. We see the Tri-Stringer come out again. We do see Dynamo and Dreadringer come out from PSU Nebula 2. They are running the same comp.
Oh, with the Amperi dualies. We haven't seen those all game.
That would be a good weapon here, but yeah, we haven't seen it. Yeah, both teams competing for mid right now.
It seems like this both.
And PSU takes first control here.
Yeah, both even though they're not going for zones, they find a pick on to use in a Dynamo roller, and just like that, PSU already down 2.
We do see Seahawks take control of zone here, but they quickly get annihilated by Jolts. Jolts going on a little tear of his own here. Oh wow, he gets 3. He does go down, and his blood paints his zone. But Seahawks got wiped, and PSU quickly cleans up the zone, and they're gonna try and hold their mid here, and it's very hard to get back in on this map.
It really is.
They do need to make sure someone watches that flank, though. Yeah, looks like someone knew went that way. Youth's trying to get them out. They do get missiles off. Youth does put them down, though.
But as we see, the Tri-Stringer does have the inkjet ready, so who knows when they'll pop it soon. But
yeah,
when they'll pop it, because just like that, Seahawks now have 3 specials ready, and it's just like back and forth in that one ramp going back.
Yeah, they had a Dreadringer off. It looks like they do back cap with that jet. What happened? Hexatune's somehow alive.
I don't know how he lived. I don't know how he lived that, but man, he's a soldier.
Yeah, Hexatune's putting in his A game here.
The Reef Slider coming out, taking control of the zone, and also getting the aura at the same time.
Hex gets another one. Oh, but 2 go down to that Dreadringer there, and his number's even here.
It's just as
jumps coming in from both teams, and it looks like Slider Cheese will cap the zone here for Seahawks.
Slider Cheese always prevails on this map.
Yes, very fitting yellow ink for the Slider Cheese.
What does that mean?
Cheese is yellow, Ivy.
Oh.
Anyway, we see Dreadringer taking a lot of space.
Yeah, anyway.
PSU at bay. But if they can't get them out,
yeah, like you said, this map is very difficult to come back from a lockout.
Oh, they do get the back cap with that. I don't even know what that was, but they got the back cap, and we love to see it.
It seems like a splashdown from Ian.
Oh, it was a splashdown from Ian. Master cold flank there. We see the missiles coming out. They gotta stay away from zone so they don't paint them over.
A great flank and at just the time they needed. Just being able to like retake mid and just like back and forth with these Reef Sliders. Just
this is all over the place.
That's what I can describe. It's just like all over the place, and nothing. Nobody here is safe from anything.
We do see this crab ready from these V dualies. They might try to elect it and pop it here to quickly take Tissot, because PSU is counting down, knocking on the door. They do get penalized though, and here comes the crab to keep them at bay.
Yep, crab putting a lot of work, just like walking shots over the walls, and fighting a pig onto youth, and even though they do have.
Oh, Ian does back cap again though. Oh my god, the sneaky sneakster.
Ian is just like putting in a lot of work with these splashdowns.
Yeah, Ian is saving PSU's
making sure the Seahawks don't like go any further with these zones.
Yeah, keeping up those penalty points. Ian gets 1 here. Ian gets 2 here. There's a jump coming. He's gonna get 3. Never mind, it's dualies. His team does come in to save him, and somehow they took control of zone here. What happened? Okay, so PSU has control of zone again.
Again, masterful play by Ian there.
Yeah, looks like the stream on there, and now everybody get wiped.
The Reef Slider.
Yeah, we love to see it.
And just like that, Hexatune's Hexa now has aura, and PSU Nebula just essentially like setting up a lockout onto Seahawks.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time here for Seahawks here. It looks like one is going to try and flank with this Dreadringer. Maybe paint up for that Reef Slider and cap it, but it's going to be close. We do see the Reef Slider come out, barely stops PSU.
Oh, and just like
they paint his zone.
Yes, they
do make his zone and heavily penalize them. But there's barely any time left, and they get wiped again!
again, I know we keep saying X has been putting a lot of work, but look at his plays and tell me he isn't doing work. And if you try to tell me that to my face, I'm gonna say you're lying.
He's looking like Timothy right now. Ian Gamer gets the tri-sticker there. 15 seconds left. It's gonna be close here for Seahawks here.
He is Timothy. He is Timothy right now.
He is, and it looks like this is gonna be it. Unless this Dragon, yeah, that's it. Another good game from PSU Nebula here.
That was really
fighting for this comeback.
Just like flanks back and forth and back and forth.
These are great games.
I don't know what to say. It's just like that was just like it was like a flanking simulator.
Yeah, it was all over the place. We saw Ian cap the zone multiple times with those cheeky splashdowns. We saw the Shredders all over the place with their reach sliders. I think they tried to reach slider each other more than the actual zone.
Literally. It was just at that point it was like reach slider wars, and I'll be honest, I was like invested in every single moment of it.
Yeah, PSU once again able to come out with the victory here. What do you think they did good here, Ivy? What's going right for them?
Again, Ian and Hexa essentially putting carrying the entire team on their back, which in this case would just be jolted and used, but again just like flanks and resliders over and over again. I know he keeps like glazing Hexatune, but this is like rightful glazing. Yeah,
it's justified glazing, I feel. Yeah, I think they're just running a lot better comps overall now. I think that Dreadringer and Dynamo duo is putting in a lot of work just with all the pressure and paint they put down. So I think they should maybe try and stick with that, depending on what's the next map? No, let's see. It is
Rainmaker Scorch
here, chat. Okay, Rainmaker Scorch. Yeah, I think they could stick with this here. Again, this is another one of those Rainmaker maps with a pretty heavy choke point. So yeah, I think sticking with weapons that can put down a lot of pressure there will be the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to expect at this point because I thought I knew what to expect, but very clear the more I watch, the less I see coming.
Yeah, these games, like we've been saying, have been all over the place, very close. Both teams putting in a lot of effort here, trying to come away with this win.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way I can describe it. I'll be honest. It's just like both these teams, like we said, they're both fairly well matched, and it just seems like, and the game's not over until it's over.
Oh yeah, it ain't over till it's over.
That's certainly one way to say it.
That is how I said it. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think on the other side they're going to bring out these blue Seahawks?
If I were to expect one thing from the Seahawks, I would definitely expect a crab tank, because again crab tanks in the last game, and also from what I've seen has been putting in work for their team.
Yeah, I think crab tank would be a wise pick here.
Yeah, and a map like this, especially with that stand in the middle of the base, and also with that giant dome above their head, like essentially blocking the Tenta missiles that could come out. I'm not saying it will come out, but in the case that there could be Tenta missiles from the other teams, it can block that. It could be a very good pick in this map.
Yeah, I think we will see maybe that Frozen come out again with the missiles for Seahawks here. Those missiles are putting on a lot of lurk last match, and they're good in Rainmaker too, since, as we stated before, the Rainmaker is very slow, can't move very fast.
All right. Seems all right. I'm getting word that seems like Goober is gonna be swapping in for Ian. I don't really remember what they played. Do you mind? Do you know?
Who, Ian or not? Buddy. Goober. I know he played.
Wait, Goober's buddy?
Yeah, Goober's buddy.
How did I not know that for the longest time?
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm just bad at names, apparently.
I know Buddy played Zap for that cooler, although I don't know if we'll see that if Youth is going to stick with the Dynamo roller here. I think they also play Ballpoint.
Okay. I'm getting word again that Goober was the end for Museum.
Yes, I did in fact say that.
Again, I just wanted to be sure. Sorry about that.
I'm just busting your balls. Anyway.
Whoa. Listen, you can't.
That's an expression, Ivy. Calm down.
Fair enough. I'm a little bit on edge right now.
Right. Anyway.
But anyway, I think it's like really interesting to see because again, if Goober runs cooler, then what might Youth run? Probably like Carbon in hindsight. What else would he run?
Yeah, I think he's only interested in Carbon and Dynamo here. Although maybe we'll see Credit come out for that Crab. I know he does, like you said, it's.
Yeah. Heavy edit Crab can also do like a really good work here, especially with that Splat Bomb. Just because like Splat Bomb is just like a really good, just like general sub.
Yeah, Edit's a good pick for this map, especially that Crab one. I think we'll probably see Schultz stick with his beloved brush as well. I think he's been doing pretty good with it. Oh yeah, Schultz loves his brushes.
I'll say so. But I think maybe a blaster. I could see that working here because even though like a lot of teams don't really use the greats route, just like having a blaster that can shoot into the upper regions of the base can do a lot of good defense for the team.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good point. These last two games that PSU were able to win, the blaster was not playing, so maybe Seahawks will realize that and say, hey, maybe we'll put the blaster back in, because the blaster was putting in a lot of work on those first three matches.
Yeah, especially. And again, from where I saw, it was a splashdown blaster, which was point sensor. But by the end of this game, we'll soon see who is who and who is
Here we go.
What.
We don't see blaster. We see the dreaded 52 gal come out. We do see Nautilus come out from Goober. That's the splashdown Nautilus. Same thing.
No, they're not.
Anyway, let's get to the game. We do see Youth again on that Dynamo. I think this is an interesting pick here with Goober on this Nautilus. I did not know Goober played it, but that'll be interesting to see. We see numbers down on the side of Seahawks already. Youth playing strangely forward with Dynamo. Schultz tried to go on a tear with Zipcaster here. He doesn't get anyone, but he also survives.
Again, even though he didn't find a pick, he did a pretty good job of like.
Richland gets a pick on their ramp here. Hexatune's putting down a lot of pressure. They could get a push going here. Oh, but he does go down, unfortunately. Youth does get one on cart or not. Dynamo though.
He's grabbing the Rainmaker and just like firing their shots into the base and already getting the
first. This Tri-Slosh to defend. Ooh, they do get a nice double there though. But he does go down. PSU trying to hold the line here. They have jumps coming in. They could continue this push if they go about this way. But we see two specials come out. Yeah, they're gonna have to run away. They have Crab and Jet coming out to push them back. It's a very good retake by Seahawks there. But also, very good push by PSU.
Again, good push from PSU from Nebula, but even better retake from Seahawks.
Yeah. This map is very snowbally there, so it might be a bit worrying that PSU wasn't able to get some more points there. This could change into the other direction very quickly.
We see the Inkvac coming out from the 96.
Trying to suck off Solts, but doesn't get any suck even.
And Zipcaster. Popping the Zipcaster. Just, again, trying to find a figure even to create a distraction for Seahawks. Again,
Hexatunes is in their base behind them. And he does get one, but he goes down.
Again, sometimes you get a distraction is the best thing you can do in some of the
Jolts is able to get a pick off of that, and PSU is holding their shoulder here. We do see this Vac come out though, they probably will have to back off with that. And the Jet. Very good special coordination here from Seahawks.
PSU like grabbing that Rainmaker.
We just the trigger here. PSU has to be careful.
They're a lot of them got taken out, and it's like a prime opportunity for Seahawks to start moving up and getting that.
Yeah, they're gonna get checked. They definitely do. And back out too, and Crab. So many specials just putting down too much pressure on this PSU team.
Oh, but the reason
they do take away. Oh, he sneaks through. It's just him. You would kill him. Oh my.
Oh, but he gets directed by the jet. You hate to see it.
That was disastrous for PSU there.
How much you love to see it.
Yeah, good push for Seahawks there. Jules gets a nasty backstab on that Crab, looking like Spy out here. Rainmaker is starting to fade away and reset though. It looks like this push is probably going to be Jover, but good push from Seahawks here. Again, this match can go any way very quickly on this map.
Exactly, and we're gonna 1 minute 45. It's a good it's a good lead from Seahawks, but again, like I said, the game isn't over until it's over. And just like that PSU Nebula of Hexatune gets 3 kills.
It's just a 96 cal. This is your chance to be a big shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Jones coming out with that reslider, trying to camp this jump. He somehow fails. We'd love to see it.
But like wears off is at the moment he needed it most.
Oh, Utes gets to snipe through that vac, but he does go down to the vac shot. We were trying to. Oh, Gruber gets destroyed by the Rainmaker shield.
To the Rainmaker explosion. It's not looking great for PSU Nebula, but it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, well, they've been on the ropes before. They can certainly pull this back if they lock in. That being said, though, only a minute left to do so. Jolts does get a nice pick on the Rainmaker, though. This might be what they need. They are numbers down on the side of Seahawks, but so is PSU. Jolts grabs that Rainmaker.
You pop in the cooler and try and like help their team, but it seems like Jolts have to notice it.
Jolts got it. He got it.
Now you got it.
Yeah, PSU needs some kind of opening here. Brutal Crab tank there.
I say that
I think it's reset or canceled, and PSU is going to be pretty much delayed wipe. Youth gets a nicey pick there, but he goes down.
The novel popping splash down, trying to find a pick, and actually finding a pick on the resplitter. Use essentially grabbing the Rainmaker, and then just dies instantly.
5 seconds to go. It's gonna be closer. PSU needs to pop this to win. Yeah, they can get it.
Oh, yeah. It was a close game, but again, like we said, as soon as Seahawks were able to recover from that first push, they were able to just essentially just go forward and just counter everything that PSU wanted to do.
Yeah, it's a crappy way to lose there without even being able to pop the Rainmaker shield to get one last push. But yeah, PSU just could not set up once Seahawks were able to get in mid there.
Yeah, it's again. You hate to see it if you're a PSU, but you'll love to see it for Seahawks.
Yeah, props to Seahawks there. I think they were on their A game with their special coordination there. We saw Crab and Vac and Jet all come out around the same time. Just put way too much pressure on PSU to do anything. So yeah, very good special coordination from them.
Yeah, and also that's and one thing to note is that I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've seen the Seahawks run a cooler.
Were they running cooler? Oh yeah. Wait. No.
Yeah, I think like one of the first time we've seen them run the cooler, or even maybe the first time. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely one of the few times we've seen them run cooler in this week, and they made it work. I'll say that.
Yeah, cooler in these lower divisions, you don't see it as often just because of the nature of how people play. But yeah, I think it's still definitely a useful special, especially because of the faster respawn time. I think maybe Seahawks realize that White is really capitalizing off of wipeouts. So by being back a lot quicker, they can kind of reform their lines and defend there.
Oh, and we're seeing more that seems like they're not going to do a game 7. So I guess that'll be it for this week. So Scoob, final thoughts on the teams.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of good matches here. Like we were saying this whole time, these were very even matches. Could have gone anyone's way. A little bit discouraging for PSU to lose there at the end in that way, but they should not be discouraged. They played very well today here. They got 2 good wins against what seems to be a pretty good team. And honestly, shout out to Seahawks for getting the win too. Again, they played very well. Very good special coordination. Very good game sense. Just overall, generally good players.
Agreed. I'm very interested to see in how these teams will go forward with the next few weeks, and either way, and I'm gonna root for both of them because that's the nature of CCA.
Yeah, I think this division is going to be pretty close. If any, these matches are anything to go off of, so yeah, it'll be exciting to watch.
All right. Anything else? Anything else, Scoob? You want to promote yourself or anything?
Nah, I'm already famous.
Good point. Well. Yeah. I don't want to promote anything for myself, considering I don't really have much following myself. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it here. Thanks for having us, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.